Hello, this is Abhilash. Welcome to another weekly update of OKR Management Sec. In today's video, I'll update you about the discussion that has happened around my first MR, which eventually led into a few changes in how to handle or how to use work item types, right? And then this week I've introduced a feature flag, OKRs MVC. I've handled creation of objectives as well as included objectives in the issue list. So yeah, this is my first MR which I've created last week. There was good amount of discussion that has happened around the vision of work items and work item types, how to use them and when to introduce two new work item types. At the last, we have decided to introduce two new types for objective and key results to support MVC version, and Gabe has nicely fit in his vision as well as what he thinks about work items and how they should be handled in the future. So yeah, eventually I made those changes and finally I got approval from a couple of reviewers. I'm waiting for another review as well as getting it merged to the code base. As part of OKR's MVC, I'm currently working on this particular issue where I will be introducing a feature flag and adding the ability to create objectives and including them in the list. I've enabled feature flag, so this is one project and I have another project standby in the next one. So if I type in type, I don't see objective listed here because feature flag is not enabled for this. If I go to this particular thing and if I hit type, I can see objective here. If I click objective and if I hit enter, all the objectives that were created are going to be listed here. I don't have an icon yet, so I'm using the issue icon. Now any of these links, on click of any of these links, they will be directed towards the work item UI. My machine is taking some time. Yeah, here we go. So these are the things that we have. We don't have an icon, so icon is not being visible here. Title, status, assignee, labels and description. I've enabled milestones and other stuff, but I'm unable to see them. Anyways, this is the flow of this. Now let's take a step back and see how I handled the creation part. So for creation, I did not add any buttons. Assume we're going to add one. So instead of using the model, I leveraged work items new UI. It is not that sophisticated as the task edit model or work item edit model. The reason why I have taken this approach is, so with the task creation from description, we already have a title in place, and title was a mandatory thing, I guess. So with the title, we were creating the task and then opening the created task in the model. Here we don't have the title, so this is how I'm currently handling the creation part. You can select the types, objective, and create the work item. All right, this is how I'm creating it. So for key results, I want to create key results using the child widgets that we are going to get here by selecting the relevant type. All my changes are captured in this MR. It's in draft mode. As I've digressed from the initial plan that we made, I'm waiting on feedback from the relevant stakeholders before I proceed further, as well as I also need to fix a bunch of test cases here. Yeah, I've commented out various stakeholders here by adding the list to the things and the list of things that I need their approval / feedback on. Based on these things, I'll plan my next week. Bye. See you next week.